I first met Julie when we were 8. Our parents were friends, which led to us spending a lot of time together. Julie's dad was a wealthy tech company president, while my family was comfortably upper middle class. Julie was a striking child with long brown hair and dazzling pale blue eyes. In middle school, we both identified as goo and were considered outcasts. Julie had short black hair and was a bit chubby, while I was a tall, skinny guy. I worked all summer on lawns to save money and bought her a ceramic unicorn when I asked her to be my girlfriend. She agreed. However, towards the end of 7th grade, she decided to change her style and social circle, and I adapted to keep up with her by sophomore year in high school. Julie had transformed. She was fit from swimming and had long blonde hair. I had also changed, thanks to orthodontics, weightlifting with the football team and track and field. Julie had many admirers, but she seemed loyal. However, ever I later discovered she was not as faithful as I believed. I also had my share of admirers, but Julie would scare them away. She was undeniably attractive. And she knew it. The first significant issue arose at our senior prom. After exiting the restroom, some girls approached me expressing their sympathy. They revealed that Julie had slow danced and kissed another guy. When confronted, Julie claimed it was non-consensual. She then suggested we leave for a hotel, where we ended up spending the night together. I can confirm that we were both virgins at the time after high school. Julie and I attended the same college. I pursued computer science while she studied art history, a choice I often teased her about. I was lucky enough to secure a covered dorm room, slightly larger than average, with its own private bathroom. Julie, on the other hand, lived in a luxurious condo near campus. Despite my protests, she insisted on buying me new hardwood furniture and clothes. I also gifted her small items in return during our 3rd year. I was studying in the library when a friend called me. He expressed sympathy for my breakup with Julie and invited me to a party confused. I asked him to clarify. He explained that he'd seen Julie with another guy at a party, and she had told him that we had ended our relationship in disbelief. I went to Julie's condo, walking into her bedroom. I found them together. The sight of her lipstick smeared on his chest is still vivid in my memory. I yelled in anger, grabbed the ceramic unicorn I had once gifted her, and hurled it at her makeup table. I declared our relationship over and stormed out the next day. Julie called to apologize. She tried to explain that we were on a break, but I was too hurt to listen. She started seeing this new guy openly and was also seen with other men. Meanwhile, I focused on my studies and occasionally went out to party, but I didn't date anyone. I got rid of everything that reminded me of Julie, including the furniture and clothes she had bought me. I replaced them with inexpensive thrift store items. I deleted our photos and asked my parents and friends not to mention her. It was then that I learned about her unfaithfulness during high school. It's about 9 months later, Julie and her new boyfriend broke up. Rumor had it that he had been unfaithful at a party, leaving Julie humiliated and prompting her to end things not long after she appeared on my doorstep. Entirely unexpected, she looked radiant, a bright smile on her face and the repaired unicorn in her hands. I was taken aback by a sudden appearance. She asked if I'd been robbed since all the items she'd bought me were missing. I informed her that if she wanted her furniture, she should hurry to Goodwill. Her expression faltered. She presented the unicorn as if it symbolized our mended relationship. I told her it looked awful and that we were through, as she tried to clarify the term on a break, but I made it clear that we were over. She was reduced to tears. But I insisted she leave. She started showing up at my classes, attempting to convince me we were soulmates, destined to be together. I retorted that soulmates don't betray each other. She involved our mutual friends, who began pressuring me to reconcile with her. As she was inconsolable, she sent me notes, letters, flowers and candies, all of which I dismissed as trash. Being around her was painful, so I transferred schools at the end of the semester, effectively ghosting her. The transfer wasn't smooth, as I lost a bunch of credits extending my schooling. By 2 years at the new school, I found myself repeating courses and struggled to pass as I spent most of my time in bed. My roommate, concerned about my attitude, reported me to the campus police. I wasn't in trouble, but I was referred to a counsellor who diagnosed me with a major depressive episode and PTSD. The counsellor suggested that Julie might have a person or be a sociopath who had manipulated me. I wasn't sure about the diagnosis, but the prescribed Zoff did help. I learned that Julie had approached my parents seeking to contact me. They refused, but she persisted until her parents threatened to institutionalize her. I eventually graduated, secured a job, and relocated to Singapore, where I met my future wife. We married when I was 35 and she was 26, moved back to the USA and had 3 children. We're doing great. Fast forward to yesterday. I sporadically use Facebook for family updates and amusing posts. I received a message from Julie complete with a photo of the unicorn. She apologized for her past actions and admitted she will never get over me. I didn't respond. I respect my wife too much to entertain such a message. I blocked Julie, but my reaction was surprising. I was filled with such rage that I punched a wall and cried out of sheer anger. I'm not a violent person, but the message had sparked an intense reaction. I lied to my wife about working late and took a long walk to calm down. I returned home once I'd regained my composure. My reaction puzzled me. Isn't indifference the opposite of love? I'm unsure why I reacted so strongly, perhaps more therapy. And Zoff are in.